If you're like most parents, you've probably found yourself repeating the same instructions over and over, only to be met with blank stares, eye rolls, strong emotions, or outright defiance. Maybe you've even wondered, do they think I'm a joke? Or why don't they just listen? It's frustrating, exhausting, and can leave you questioning your parenting. You're not alone, and it's not about you being a bad parent. There's a deeper connection at play, one that starts with how we think about our child's behavior and how our own experiences shape those thoughts. Today, we're unpacking something that influences every interaction we have with our children, but rarely gets the attention it deserves. The link between attachment styles, core beliefs, and the automatic thoughts that shape how we interpret our child's actions, and ultimately, how we respond. If you've ever felt like your child's behavior is intentional, disrespectful, or just plain defiant, this is for you. We're going to explore how these patterns develop, how they influence your parenting, and how you can start to shift them using tools from cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. Along the way, I'll share practical strategies you can use to break these cycles and create a more connected, supportive relationship with your child. The way we think about our child's behavior doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's deeply influenced by our own early experiences, particularly our attachment history. If you grew up in an environment where you felt safe, loved, and valued, you likely developed core beliefs like, I am enough, or I can trust others. These beliefs help you interpret your child's outbursts or defiance as moments of dysregulation rather than personal attacks. But if your caregivers were inconsistent, dismissive, or even harmful, your brain adapted to survive. You may have internalized beliefs like, I'm not worthy of love, or people will hurt me if I let them in. These beliefs, while protective in childhood, don't just disappear when we become parents. Instead, they color how we see our child's behavior and can lead to automatic thoughts that are often harsh, negative, and self critical. For example, imagine your child is having a meltdown in the grocery store. Without even realizing it, your brain might jump to thoughts like, everyone is judging me. I'm a terrible parent. These automatic thoughts can trigger feelings of shame and embarrassment, which might lead you to snap at your child or shut down completely. But what if you could interrupt that process? What if, instead of assuming the worst, you paused and asked yourself, what else could be true? This is where CBT comes in. It teaches us that our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are all connected. What we think impacts how we feel, which impacts how we act. And here's the key. Our thoughts aren't facts. They're often stories shaped by our past experiences. By challenging those unhelpful stories, we can change how we feel and respond. For instance, instead of thinking, they're doing this on purpose, you might reframe it as, they're struggling with big feelings right now. That small shift can make all the difference in how you respond, with patience and support instead of frustration and control. There are also common cognitive distortions that show up in parenting. All or nothing thinking is one of them. You might think, they never listen to me, I'm failing as a parent. But is that really true, or is it just how you feel in the moment? All or nothing thinking leaves no room for exceptions. Instead, you can remind yourself, this is a tough moment, but it doesn't define my child or me. Similarly, catastrophizing can lead you to jump to the worst case scenario. If your teenager ignores your advice, you might think, they'll never be successful. I've lost them. Instead, ground yourself in the present with the reminder, this is one moment. I can still guide and support them. Another distortion is personalization, blaming yourself for your child's struggles. If your child has anxiety, you might think, this is all my fault. I should have done more. But the truth is, you're doing your best with the tools you have, and your child's struggles are not a reflection of your worth. What matters is that you are accountable for the impact you have and are intentional about growing and nurturing your children. The next distortion is mind reading, assuming you know what your child is thinking, usually something negative. If they roll their eyes, you might think, they don't respect me. Instead of assuming, try asking, I noticed you rolled your eyes. Are you feeling frustrated? Let's talk about it. What's important to remember is that your thoughts are powerful, but they're not permanent. Every time you pause, challenge a negative thought, and choose a different response, you're not just healing yourself, you're breaking cycles. You're showing your child that emotions aren't threats, that mistakes don't define them, and that connection is always possible. And in doing so, you're modeling resilience, patience, and love. If no one has told you this today, let me be the first. You are doing an incredible job. You are showing up even when it's hard, and that matters. If this message resonated with you, stay connected for more trauma informed parenting tools. Together, we can keep breaking cycles and building resilience for ourselves and our families. You've got this.